Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. I'm so grateful to be here with you all right now. I'm genuinely feeling so much gratitude. I 100% want you to be watching this on the replay. So if you're watching on the replay, a massive hello to you. So grateful that you're doing this. So happy that you're taking the time. And as I said before, whether you're doing this live or whether you're doing this on the replay, these are power sessions. They're empowering and they're powerful whether you join live or whether you join them later. Because the truth is that when you join them later, you can pause, process, reflect. When you watch them live, you're with me, you've got the energy, and then I want you to watch it again to pause, process, reflect. Now, if you want to shout out, if you want to let me know where in the world you're tuning in from, C is great to see you. Neha, Tracy, hello, Aaron. Hey, Ione, great to see you. Emma, wonderful to see you. Manish, Anne, beautiful to see you. Jessica, beautiful to see you coming in online. Anna as well. Aaron, Shubham, Shetty, Anna as well. 3 Annas there in a row. Sue, wonderful to see you. Saeed, Manish. Okay, so tell me, how have the first 3 days been? What was your favorite one? 1, 2, or 3? Write down 1, 2, or 3. Which one was your favorite so far? Which one has really powered you up? And also let me know which ones you've listed. So if you've done all 3, write all 3 in the comments. If you've done 2, write I've done 2 in the comments. And if you've done 1, don't worry at all. Don't be upset if you've only done 1 so far. Why? Because those are there for you. They're there for you to take part in. They don't just disappear. I'm not doing this because I want you to tune in for the day and then feel like you missed out. I'm doing this because I want you to grow. I'm doing this because I want you to learn. I'm doing this because I want you to become the best you can be. Right? That's why I'm doing this. So let's have a look at what you're all saying. Carrie, hello Jay, so excited. This is my first live one. Hey Carrie, thanks so much for joining. And absolutely, don't worry if you've joined live or you haven't. It's amazing to be with all of you right now. Tina, hi Jay, I'm so happy to have the chance to be on here live right now. Well, Tina, I'm grateful to you as well for joining. Edgar, excited to learn. Awesome, me too, excited to share. Janine, great to see you. Natalie, yes, I moved my schedule to be live again from Niagara Falls, Canada. Natalie, respect to you. That's amazing. Online for the second time, says Francine from Montreal, Quebec. Thank you for joining. Who else is here? I'm scrolling down. Kevin, wonderful to see you. Michelle, you've done all 3. Who else has done all 3? Everyone send love to Michelle. Michelle, that is unbelievable. That's fantastic. But 3 was extremely powerful. It only gets better and better. It only gets better and better. Ricky, day 1 was my favorite for me so far. Here for all the sessions. That's amazing, Ricky. Michelle, loving the 5 days. Thank you for the 3 days. Have been awesome. Done all 3. Sharon, live today after 3 days of watching the replay. Glad to be here. Mona, Jessica, 1 because it's changed my mindset completely. I've done all 3. Fantastic. Have done 2 and best yet was 1. Once that done, 2 and 3 followed. Amazing. 3 was my favorite, says Daya. This is so good. See, it's not about us getting the same from each of them. Some of you will love 1, some of you will love 2, some of you will love 3. The truth is that we're all looking for different areas of our life. We're looking for different areas of our life. It's part of a jigsaw to complete the puzzle. So when I share things, naturally you'll love different things. And that's what today's about. Today's P is very much about that. It's about embracing our uniqueness. About not trying to fit in or be like everyone else, right? It's so much about embracing our uniqueness, not trying to be like everyone else. And that's what I find usually blocks us so much. Ona, hi, I've done 2 live now. That's amazing. I've loved the 3rd one the most, says Nadine, but done all of them. I'm on a management course, says Owen, and this has helped me with my emotional intelligence. That's what this is for. It's all emotional intelligence. Farida, all 3. Andreas, my 2nd. This is amazing. You guys are so engaged. I love it. Hi from London, says Monica. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. It is amazing to be live with every single one of you. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited for today's live. We're at the 4th one. We're at the penultimate one. Can I get an ah? Maybe a few tears. I'm feeling it. I was sending, and I do this. I'm not even lying. And when you post your notes, please post your Instagram handle in the top comment when you post your notes, because what I'm doing is I'm actually posting your notes to my Instagram audience. If you don't follow me there, I'm Shetty J, it's my name backwards. I'm posting it there because I'm so fortunate to have people like you who are creating these beautiful pieces of art from our conversation. I want you to take notes today, right? And you may be saying, well, Jay, I don't make beautiful notes. It's not about that. All your notes are beautiful, right? I'm learning so much from every single one of you. It's so beautiful to be able to capture it. So if you haven't seen it, you can go to my Instagram stories and you will actually find it on there. So I 100% recommend that when you post your notes, give me your Instagram handle and I will be able to tag you in on Instagram for your incredible artwork. So I want to do that. I definitely want to do that. Saleha says, I've used growth instead of goal. Awesome. Fantastic. So let's get going. The first thing I'm going to say to you is that many of you may be getting the emails. Many of you may not be getting the emails. Some of you are getting the first email and not the second. Some of you are finding it in your inbox afterwards and you're emailing the admin to find out, which is amazing. We've got a team to support you. We've got a team here to make your experience memorable, fun, and easy. We're here to serve you. Now, the thing I'm going to throw out to you is I want you to get the emails because there you get the video link to the last day. There you get the update to what's happening. There you get access to everything else that we're sharing. You find out about everything I'm giving you. So the emails are your way of being able to navigate the group much easier. Now, even though it's day 4, because I want you to have this all forever and I want you to be able to use these tools forever, what I'd love for you to do is if you're not getting the emails in correct order, you should have already have 3 or 4 emails. If you've not had them, what I want you to do, I'm going to tag this to, and this is actually the email, right? It doesn't say email. So you have to send an email to this address, right? You have to send an email to this address. And I pinned it to the top of the comments. Send an email to email@jayshetty.me. It's the full email, email@jayshetty.me. Send an email to this email saying that you're not receiving the emails properly. You should have received 3 emails with all the links, with all the feedback. You'll even get people's pictures sent to you. It's a whole community, even in the email. And you get everything synthesized for you. We have a team that's picking out the best comments, the best lessons, the best exciting pictures and photos and graphics and lessons and the videos. And we're sending them to you every day. We're doing that work to serve you, right? There's a whole team behind the scenes that's facilitating your growth. That's what you're getting by being a part of my coaching group, by being a part of this Live Your Purpose program, is that we've created an ecosystem to help you grow. Where else in the world can you get that? Where else in the world are you going to get a team of people who are assisting you in your growth as if we're your personal assistants, right? I'm your personal guide. They're your personal facilitator of insight, so that you don't even have to go through looking through everything if you don't want to, yeah? Riti, hey Jay, thank you so much for this life-changing inspirations. I usually can't be on your live because I'm at work, but I'm here. It's fantastic to have you here. Thank you, Carly, for telling me my hair looks fine. No emails, Manisha. Exactly. If you're not getting emails, you need to send an email to email@jayshetty.me. Email@jayshetty.me. I have tagged it into the top, right? I've tagged it into the top. Rosie, you checked in on your lunch break. Just keep going. Anna, just send an email. So anyone who's got any email issues, send an email to email@jayshetty.me. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that. At the end of this live, if you're watching on the replay as well, I'm going to be sharing with you an exciting new opportunity, right? And I'm going to send a message straight after this on the Facebook groups. Get ready to comment on it and like it and be a part of it as well. Annette said it's lovely to receive the emails. Rita says thank you so much for all the work that goes into this group. Alice says I love this beautiful friendships I'm making as well. Tiff says thank you so much, Jay. I'm truly grateful. Jen says I'm really enjoying these sessions. Thank you so much. Alicia says this is so much better than making resolutions. It is, because this is natural. See, let me tell you a story. In the ancient days, when I lived as a monk, I wasn't a monk in the ancient days, but when I studied what ancient days were like, people's personal growth was all group related. There's a word in Sanskrit called Sangha, which means association. But association with like-minded souls, association with people of higher values, association of people who have the same aspirations. See, when that comes together, not only are you coming together physically, mentally, but consciously as well, emotionally as well. We start sharing a collective consciousness that can grow every single one of us. So let's give a quick recap. We had the first P, getting perspective of the pain. It's okay to feel the pain. It's okay to experience pain. It's okay to feel upset by pain, but you don't want to live there. You can experience it, but you don't want to live there. And that's why we change our perspective on the pain. The second step, once we've changed our perspective, we get open to the limitless possibilities and potential and opportunities that exist for every single one of us. We told the story of Wilma Rudolph, told the story of Roger Bannister. And the third step was preparing. We can't receive if we don't prepare. Too many people don't act at all and don't prepare, or they just keep preparing. We made it simple. I gave you the rule of 3. If you implement the rule of 3, you can see where your momentum and motivation is taking you. Today's principle is very, very important. I call it personality. But not the personality when we say, oh, he or she's got a great personality. Not that kind of personality. What I mean by personality is we all have a unique nature, a unique tendency, a unique inclination. The word today is personality, but not like he or she's got a good personality, but that we all have a unique personality. We all have a unique genius, right? We all have a unique genius inside of us. That unique personality that has been completely forgotten, right? It's been completely forgotten. And why has it been completely forgotten? Because it's completely trapped and lost underneath all our other identities. Believe it or not, we wear multiple masks. We all have multiple identities, not because we're schizophrenic, but because the world has made us believe that that is reality, right? The world has made us believe that that is reality. So what's happened, and you can draw this graphic if you want, is that our real self has been buried under 6 feet deep of other identities. What are those other identities? Shall I tell you? We have the identity, 1 second. We have the identity that we have when we go to work, right? Everyone has that identity. Is everyone the same as they are at work, as they are at home? No, we all have a different identity. We have the identity of what we do on social media. Now, some of us are very open on social media, and I love that. But a lot of people have a social media identity. And each of the platforms have their own identity. On LinkedIn, you're there professional with your tie. Then on your Instagram, you're on the beach. And then somewhere else, and we have different identities. And yes, we are different people. But beneath all of those roles that we play, our soul has a unique identity. We have a soul, a consciousness, beyond all of those roles that we choose to play, that we have to play. There is a unique genius inside every single one of us that we have to find, that we have to excavate, that we have to bring out. See, education is always focused on putting things in. Maths went in, English went in, science went in, geography went in, history went in, all these things going in. What education was not able to do was bring things out. We have the identity of how my mom and my dad see me. We have the identity of how my girlfriend or boyfriend or wife or husband sees me. We have the identity of how my older brother or older sister sees me. We have the identity of how my ex-girlfriend or ex-husband or ex-wife or ex-boyfriend sees me. And what these identities do is they keep creating layers where we lose ourselves. So even if we're not doing this to pretend, it's not that all of our identities are ones that we're making up. Sometimes it's just how we view ourselves. And I quote this all the time from Cooley because it really makes sense. And if we just remind ourselves that today I'm not what I think I am. Today I'm not what you think I am. Today I am what I think you think I am. We live in a perception of ourselves. If we think people think we're confident, we feel confident. If we think people think that we're not smart, we don't feel smart. If we think that people think that we're amazing, we feel amazing. If we think that people think that we're negative, we feel negative. We're letting other people define us. There's a beautiful, beautiful quote that I shared yesterday that I read. It's from a gentleman named Fritz Perls. And he said that if you need encouragement, praise, pats on the back from everybody, then everybody becomes your judge. If you need love, support, and from everybody, then everyone becomes your judge. If you remember session 1, I had this incredible question. And I want you to answer your questions today as well. Right, tell me how it's going. Are you guys enjoying it so far? How are you enjoying this? Tracy, it's a true talent to adjust to every client to fit around them. All real, but making others feel okay around them and around you. Amy says, I love it. Ashley said, this is enlightening. Shashank, integrated circuit. You're the best teacher, says Varsha. Thank you so much. This is the best classroom in the world. It's the best classroom in the world because we have the best students and learners and teachers. You're all teachers. We're all students, right? We have a truest from ourselves. Yes, says Kenneth. We're the essence of the universe. This is incredible, says Maitri. Yes. Amazing. Identify your soul. Yeah, beyond the roles, find your soul. That's what today's about. Beyond the identities, find your unique personality. These are the 2 meditations and mantras that I'm throwing out to you today. Find your soul in and amongst the roles. Find your personality in between all the identities. Find your individuality. Jay, what would you say has changed for the better in your personality from someone who had 0 visibility to 2 million followers? Kevin, great question. I'm going to take Kevin's question because Kevin actually asked really good questions. I really appreciate him being here. Jay, what would you say has changed for the better in your personality from someone who has 0 visibility to 2 million followers? Kevin, I'll be honest with you. I'm just a simple guy. I've studied a lot. I've lived a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've been around amazing people. And I want to share that with the world. When I released my first video, not many people know this. My closest friends know this. When I released my first video, you know what the truth is? I did it because I wanted to share a message. It wasn't about views. It wasn't about strategy. It wasn't about growth. It wasn't about becoming a motivational leader. It wasn't about becoming a leader. It was about sharing a deep message that I truly believed could change people's lives. I was completely sold out and moved by messages, and I wanted to share them in a way that people found entertaining. That's how I started. Entertaining and educated, both. I believe in education and entertainment, and both have to be together. And that's why I'm hoping you're enjoying these sessions. I've taken my life as an entertainer from drama and public speaking school and matched it with my deep education of personal growth, development, and habits, and put them 2 together. When you ask me what's changed for the better in my personality, it's that I've only gained more gratitude. I've gained more gratitude because I've seen how much love there is in the world. The amount of love I receive from you, and I want to keep receiving from you, and the amount of love I want to give you, it's gave me more gratitude. The second thing that's happened in my personality because of all of this is that I feel a responsibility. I feel a deeper sense of commitment to want to drive you all to your greatest potential. Because I've had people do it for me, I want to do it for you. And sometimes the help that we need, we're not going to get from our friends and family. They're not just right there. It's from people online. It's from people we rarely speak to. Some of the people that have had the greatest impact on me are through online groups and meeting them in networking sessions. Not necessarily the people closest around me. So it's made me feel a responsibility and commitment to over 2 million people to want to serve, to want to guide, to want to create programs so that people can go on them. And the third thing that it's done to my personality is that it's made me recognize the power of people and community. people always say, oh, you know, I've just got my small thing. I've got my small group here. I don't need anyone else. Having 2 million people on a Facebook page with people learning and growing and becoming friends, and people, 20,000 people in this group wanting to grow with each other, you can't underestimate that. That's unbelievable. Community is the key to creating more powerful experiences in your life and growing. Right? That's how you do it. So without that, we end up believing we can do it all ourselves. So that's what it's done for me. I hope that answers your question. Are we allowed to share? Of course you're allowed to share. Please share. I'm sharing these ideas. So happy to catch a live, says Danielle. Thank you so much, Jay, for doing this. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Awesome. So this is the personality section. Thank you, Sasha. That's so kind of you. I love that, Sue. Thank you, Sue. You're so kind. So, one second. I want to tell you about personality. Now, you may have done personality tests before to find your unique personality, but I'm going to do that with you, but then explain to you something much deeper. And the reason why I'm doing that, right? The reason why I'm doing that is because the personality test gets you a step further than you already are, right? Gets you a step further than you already are. And then my explanation will help you dig deeper. So let's start with this. I want you to answer 2 questions. Some of you may have done this with me before, but even if you've done it before, the thing is, you may have done it before, but not living it. A lot of us say, whenever we hear some words or terms, we're like, oh, I know about that, but we're not living it. You may know something, but living it is different, right? Knowing is not a product, it's a process. Remember that. Knowing is not a product, it's a process. Very clear. Knowing is not a product, it's a process. And the problem is we've made knowing a container or a product as opposed to a process. It's a living, it's a verb. It's not a noun, right? And that's the challenge that we have here. Incredible. I'm loving all your comments. Carl Maria says, yes, it's been amazing to be a part of this and see the support. I have a hard time reaching out. Always been seen as a strong, independent woman. Moni says, thanks. I love today's session so much. Awesome. Great. So let's go. I feel like personality test results in change based on how I'm feeling. Yes, that's the challenge. Angela, you did a personality test. The challenge is we answer it not based on who we are, we're based on how we feel. And the only person who can tell we are is us, but also those who know us well. So we can always check in with people as well, right? So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you to answer 2 questions. Are you more outgoing or are you more reserved? And let me explain what that means. Don't just make it up, right? I'm going to explain to you what that means. It's like when you're given a medicine or whatever. Someone needs to tell you. Feeling lighter and brighter every day, says Emma. Emma, I love that. That's awesome. So, are you more outgoing or more reserved? An outgoing person isn't the life of the party by fear. They're the natural life of the party. They're always organizing events. They're dragging people to them. They have the dinner parties. They love hosting. They love being around people. They're the people that drag people out onto the dance floor. They're the people that make sure everyone's having a good time. That's an outgoing person. A reserved person may also plan things, but they're much more in the background. Remember, neither of these is a positive or negative. Neither of these are inferior or superior. These are all the same. Are you more outgoing or reserved? Reserved people are practical, but they're more collective. They hang back. They'll be on the corners of rooms, etc. Namisha, Jay, your consistency in being so very positive and energetic is amazing. Thank you. I'm here to serve. That's why I'm like this. Right? So are you more outgoing or are you more reserved? Yes, if you've had a personality test that's like, if you've had a personality test that shows you all different things, it's because we haven't gained enough self-awareness. If a personality test doesn't work, it means we don't have the right view of ourselves. Not the right view, but the truthful view of ourselves. And that's why. Jessica Saad says, I do that. I'm the life of the party, but I spend that many hours alone without talking to anyone. That's fine. But that's what you want, right? That's what you aspire for. And you're not both depending on the situation. Everyone always asks that question. See, Anna, you're not both depending on the situation because you have a natural inclination to what you want to do. See, when everyone wants to go out, I usually just want to sit back and read. And I don't go out. I'll just hang back. I'm much more reserved than people imagine me to be. I'm outgoing here, or I'm giving energy here, but that's because I'm doing what I love. Right? It's a very different thing. So answer that question. And there isn't a category in the middle of the two because at the very core, we have a natural dip to either side. So it's one that you feel that you mostly are is what you are for this exercise. And I appreciate that we're more percentages than we are either or, but for the benefit of the exercise, definitely do that. So everyone's saying I'm more this, right? Can you have been outgoing, then become more reserved? Yes, of course you can. You could have changed, right? But change to what you generally feel like. Yeah, and Jason, I'm reserved but can cross the line when I have to. See, then you're still reserved. We can do things when we have to and when we're pushed. That's not who you are. That's what you can be sometimes if you need to be, right? So answer that question. Outgoing or reserved? The second question I want you to answer, and write outgoing or reserved in the comments. So let me see how many of you are which, outgoing or reserved. And the second thing is I want you to tell me, are you more people orientated or are you more task orientated? I'll explain to you what I mean by that. People-orientated people are always thinking about people's experience. When I'm here, I'm not looking at the clock. I'm not looking at how many people are online. I'm not looking at anything to do with the task. I'm looking at people. Are you having an amazing experience? Right? Are you enjoying this live? Are you positively engaged? Are you growing? I care about you. And that's why we have a team to think about the task, that are good at the task. Right? But I'm a people-oriented person. A task-oriented person, which are very needed too in society, are people that make sure things are happening on time. They're making sure that things actually happen. They're making sure that things are pushed. They're technically astute. They're good at knowing if things are organized, if things are in routine. Right? They're focused on the task more than people. So are you outgoing in people, outgoing in task, reserved in people, or reserved in task? Write your 2 words in the comments together right now. Outgoing in people, outgoing in task, reserved in people, reserved in task. You can be one of the 4, right? Somebody says task-oriented people are having different capabilities which differ exactly, and they're very important. Michaela says, I've read up on what INFJs are like. I really feel like I'm really like that and can understand. Awesome. And I'm going to recommend some great personality tools for you straight after this as well. In tomorrow's live, actually, or in a note on Facebook. I'll send them out. Absolutely love the people, but the good one. And yes, I'm sad is going to be done soon. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I've got a surprise for you, and I want you to stay. I've got a surprise for you because we've been cooking something up. Me and the team have been cooking something up because we love you all, and I know you love us. And I'm more task-oriented person, but I try to focus on being more people-oriented. Cool. Okay. I'm the Lone Ranger even at parties. Me too, Romy. I'm that guy. I would like to say that I'm people-oriented, but I'm task-oriented. I like things done. Yeah, people and you like things done. Yeah, so it's the one you like done more. See, it's all priority. We're all everything. If I ask you, are you a pizza person? You're like, yeah, sometimes. If I say to you, oh, do you like ginger beer? You'll say, yes, sometimes. We're all something some of the time, but what are we most of the time, right? That's the question. We're everything some of the time, but what are we most of the time? You can't be both because you have a natural priority. And this is what I mean by personality being so key, because we have such a lack of self-awareness. We have such a lack of self-awareness. And because we have a lack of self-awareness, Carly says, this is hard. It's hard, Carly, because we haven't reflected and observed ourselves to greater depths. That's what I'm pushing you to do here. This isn't a simple personality test. I'm using this to show us in the mirror how much we've lost our identity in all the things we've had to become. My works made me more task-orientated. My works made me more outgoing. So now I think I am outgoing, right? What I was saying earlier. If you think that people think you're organized, you feel organized. You feel that's your strength. Emma says, I like things done. Not having things done and plus stresses me out. Exactly. There you go. Task. Whereas for me, when people aren't happy, that really stresses me out. I'm task orientated to best serve people. Exactly. See, you care about people, but you care about people's experience through the task. That's a task-oriented person. I care about the task, but I care about the result of the task based on how the people feel. Understand how that works? You are one or the others. Yes, Esther, hit it on the dot, Esther. More selfies than self-awareness. That's the biggest challenge that we have today. Outgoing in task. Brilliant. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little diagram that you can draw, which is known as the DISC model, which some of you may have done before. Some of you may have not done before. But either way, I'm going to show it to you now. And stick around because I've got a really good surprise for you. I've got a really, really good surprise for you. And people, reserved and task. Reserved and people. Awesome. Okay, so you will be in one of these 4 quadrants. Find your letter. You have outgoing and task, D. Outgoing and people, I. People and task, C. People and reserved, S. Choose one of the letters that you are. Of course, will be a mixture, but it's percentages. I'm simplifying the activity so that we can do it together today on a Facebook Live. Choose your letter and write your letter into the comments. FD says, I'm a high C on the DISC model. Right. I'm going to talk to you a bit about living this in a moment. Effia, thank you so much. Richa, don't worry for being late. It's great to have you here. Take a look at this. If you're an empath, Pankaj, you're probably an S. I. So write down your letters. Are you a D? Are you an I? Are you an S? Are you a C? Write it down. Write it down. I want to see all your letters. I want to see all your letters. Are you outgoing in task? That's a D. Are you outgoing in people? That's an I. Are you people? Are you reserved in task? That's a C. Are you reserved in people? That's an S. Right? Write them down. Why are we doing this? Not because you haven't done it before. It's because living it is very different. Living it is very different. I'm going to talk to you about living your personality. Remember, we're talking about living your purpose. And living your purpose begins with living your personality. And I'll explain why in a moment. I want to see D's, I's, S, C. Comments. I want to see. Guess what, Jay? I joined your YouTube channel today. And this is the first video I saw. It was 33 minutes plus. Awesome. This session is leading to deep introspection. Exactly. The biggest experts and successful people living their purpose in the world are people who observe themselves deeply. Not people who just said, oh, but I'm everything. I want to be everything. No, that's not how it works, guys. I'll give you an example. There's a gentleman who was an athlete. Listen to this story. He was dropped by his high school basketball team. He was dropped by his high school basketball team. That man, when he was now playing in the NBA, was playing in one of the finals of one of the biggest tournaments. He was the trusted man with the shot. He was the person that people relied on. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's counted as one of the best, probably in the top 2, if not the top 1 of all time, right? Of all time. He's in the top 1 or top 2 of all time in basketball. He's the trusted guy. He's getting the most. He's the record scorer. And if he makes this last one, his record goes through the roof and beats tons of records. He's in the final. He can take a shot. And if he makes this shot, everyone's going to go crazy because he's breaking more records. You know what he does? He passes it. He passes it to his mate, and everyone's in shock. They're watching. It's like slow motion. He passes it. The guy's closer. He shoots. He scores. They win. He chose to pass even when he could have been the greatest. That's how great he was and is. That he chose to pass because he wanted to win for the team. Why am I telling you this story? I'm telling you this story because this is a story of Michael Jordan. Everyone knows Michael Jordan, one of the most famous basketball players of all time, in the top 2 of all time, if not the top 1. It's not Kobe, it's Michael actually, Michael Jordan. And the incredible thing about Michael Jordan, some people may know this, some people may not, is that after going to the epitome of basketball, he tried to switch to baseball. He went from the epitome, the top of basketball, to switch to baseball. Not many people know about his career, because it wasn't that good. You know why? His individual genius as an athlete was in a particular sport. Your individual genius as a particular person is a certain environment, is in a certain growth phase, is in a certain space. That's where you're going to grow. That's when you're going to grow. But the thing is, we don't live that. He was trying to live baseball now and it didn't work. We're trying to live an identity, a role that is not our soul, that is not our genius, that is not our personality. And that's why the further you are away from your role, your genius, your personality, the more pain you feel. Right? Think about this. If this is you, right? If this is you, and that's your personality, that's the amount of pressure and pain you're going to feel. If that's you, then that's the amount of pressure and pain you're going to feel. If that's you, then that's the amount of pressure and pain you're going to feel. And if that's you, then that's the amount of pressure and pain you're going to feel. And if you're here, you're not going to feel any pressure or pain. You'll feel pressure, but you feel good about it. Right? So I want you to write down, are you a D, an I, an S, or a C? Are you outgoing in task? Then you're a D. Are you outgoing in people? Then you're an I. Are you a reserved and task? You're a C. If you're reserved in people, you're an S. D-I-S-C. But think about this. The further you are away from your unique personality, the more pain, pressure, anxiety, stress, all of that you feel. When you are living in your nature or your personality, it's not that you don't get stressed, you do, but you know how to deal with it. You're in flow. When I'm serving all of you here, there's time, there's energy to give, but I'm in flow. I may be really tired, I may have slept, but I'm in flow because I'm with you, serving you all. We walk away from our soul to become a role, and then we wonder why we didn't achieve our goals, right? That's our challenge. We walk away from our soul, take on many roles, and then wonder why we don't achieve our goals. The further away from the golden handcuffs, aka 9 to 5, the better some may be. A reference to one of Jay's videos. Kevin, it's not just about being an entrepreneur. It's really not. It's about knowing your unique skill set, because entrepreneurs need employees too. Employees need entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs need employees. What's true is that we have to find our unique genius, our unique personality. Right. Let me tell you a bit about them. If you're outgoing in task, you're direct. So this is the D's, right? If you said I'm a D's, you're direct, you're results orientated, you're firm, you're strong-willed, you're a director, you're a demander, you're a driver, you're a doer. You get things done. That's what D's do, right? You get things done. These people sometimes, when they don't understand how to manage that, they make people cry. They push people over the edge. We all have bosses like this. They push us over the edge because they've not trained how to be an effective D. An effective D gets things done in an effective way, in an impactful way. Don't not like your D, Don. Don't not like your D, because that could be your most powerful set. But if I is your powerful set, great. Robert, sorry, I know they come across backwards. I can't, it's a tough one, but you're either a D, an I, an S, or a C. If you're a D, you're outgoing in task. If you're an I, you're outgoing in people. If you're an S, you're reserved in people. And if you're a C, you're reserved in task. Karusha, great question. I think I'm far from my personality when I'm with my... Oh, no, sorry. How does one know your true personality if you spend so much time being someone you think you should be? By now doing this activity and start acting in it. Right? To start acting in it. I've actually created my own personality model, which is even deeper than this, and you're going to get access to it later this year. I hope you're going to do that. That personality model goes to deep traditions and ancient teachings that really helps you uncover who you are. Now the eyes are influential, they're inspiring, they're motivational, they're ideators, they're enthusiastic, they're high-spirited, they're lively, right? They're lively. These people talk a lot, come up with a lot of ideas. But at the mature stage, they don't just talk about ideas, they make them happen. Cynthia, exactly. Your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness if it's not engaged properly. But engaged properly, it becomes your greatest strength. Now, S's. S people, reserved in people, even-tempered, stable, secure, supportive, patient, tactful, collective, conscious. These people are the people you go to for a hug. They care about people. They know how people think. They have incredible emotional intelligence. See, D's have great physical and logistical intelligence. I's have great emotional but intellectual intelligence. S's have great emotional and compassionate intelligence. Anna Maria, don't worry if you don't know what you are. You need to spend a bit more time doing this session to reflect. See, when you do this a second time, you'll have more clarity, right? Thanks Jen, it will come out this year, but when you have more time, that's why I'm telling you, you have to do this session again. You have to watch this again because you're going to find out more. I'm not saying to change your personality. We haven't got there yet. Don't say that. Don't throw that out there. Number C, you're collective, you're analytical, you're cautious, you're precise. These are the people that send you emails telling you you've got spelling mistakes in your emails, right? They focus on the quality. Every organization, every institution, every company, every startup needs all four. We all need D's, we all need I's, we all need S, and we all need C. Ricky says, dang, definitely an S. That description nailed my personality. There you go. I described it. D's are directors, doers, drivers, result-orientated, forceful sometimes. I's are outgoing, influential, inspirational, motivational, optimistic, high-spirited. S's are even-tempered, stable, secure, patient. C's are analytical, precise, systematic. Right? We're not trying to be all letters. Every organization, every institution, every startup, every team needs all of them. Look at a sports team. Every team needs players who play at the back, and every team needs players who play at the front. The players at the front know that the players at the back doing their job will mean they can do their job. And the players at the back know that if they do their job right, the players at the front will do their job right. Everyone doing their job right is like a symbiotic body. Every organ is able to assist every other organ. The heart can't do what the lungs do, and the lungs can't do what the kidney does, and the kidney can't do what the nose does. Nose can't do what the ear does. But if the ear says, I want to be the mouth, what's going to happen? It won't work. If the eyes say, I want to be the fingers, what will work? It won't work. This is our challenge, that we're not working in our personality because we feel we have to take on other people's personalities. We think we have to be other people's roles. We think we have to be on other people's roles. Sharon, that's right. I'm sit between I and an S. I'm an I when I'm serving and teaching, but in general life, I'm an S, right? That's where I'm at. But notice this. When you play to your strengths in your skills, this is related to your skills, your emotional skills, your physical skills. When you play to your strengths in your skills, anything is possible, right? But when you start trying to be someone else, you crush people. Things don't work. That's the biggest challenges today. So in your organization, I'm not saying to quit if you're not working in your nature or your personality, but try and find things in your role that you can do that engage your personality. If you're a D, take on another project where you can lead the project. If you're an I, think about how you can create a little inspirational space where people come up with ideas. If you're an S, think about how people can be cared for more. If you're C, think about quality, because that's where your skill set is. See, we should play and become the best that we can be rather than trying to be what everyone else wants us to be. That's when we flourish. That's when we thrive. That's when we grow. The challenge is we're not living in our personality. How can we live our purpose? When Michael Jordan was playing baseball and not basketball, it wasn't working. And we see that all the time. When you leave yours. We're forced to, you can say you're forced to be someone else, but you have to find yourself and be that again. No one is forcing you without your permission. No one is forcing you without your consent. You have to play roles that you have to be, but when you don't have to be, start playing the role that you are. You may say, my job means I have to be this role, be that role, but bring your role into that. Bring your soul and your personality into that. You'll be able to take that role to new heights. I once sat in a corporate job where my role was that of a C and a D. And what am I? An S and an I. But I had to do a role that was a C and a D. You know what that is? Completely opposite. Completely opposite to who I am. And I felt it. It was hard. It was tough. I felt the pressure. It was stressful. I felt the pain. But you know what I started to do? I started to bring more I conversations and S conversations into the workplace. I fueled that energy into the space, and people started to notice. They're like, oh wow, this guy's actually really good at this. Maybe we should get him to give inspirational talks. Maybe we should help him to build education. Maybe he should be building programs and coaching so that people can improve because he's got a skill set there. And that's what they did. I became an exec coach in my skill set because they noticed that that was my skill set. And I was coaching 150 executives, right? That's my journey. When you start living your personality and your soul, you can give up those false identities and those roles. But when you choose not to find it and live it, you get into struggle. So I want you to make a commitment today. I want you to make a commitment today that you're going to start bringing these into your life. I'm not telling you to switch your career. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to bring these into your career, right? And you're going to have to do this again. I want you to do this exercise again. You can have a lot of S in you, Emma, and that's fine. It's normal to have percentages, but you'll have one dominant and then more percentages of others, right? This is you uncovering your soul, uncovering your consciousness. Now, when you live that personality, how do you live it? You water it every day. There's a beautiful story that I was told when I was a monk. It's a famous story about the two dogs or the two wolves that live inside of us. We have a wolf that's telling us what's right, but we have a wolf that's our personality, our soul. And we have a wolf, that's our role, that's our false identity. That dog, that wolf has become very strong, and the bark is loud and powerful. And the bark and squeal of the soul is so small now that we can't even hear it. But we need to start feeding it. What I'm doing right now is I'm feeding that soul inside you. I'm feeding that personality inside you to come out, to excavate it, to extrapolate it, to bring it out. Because I guarantee you, when you bring that out, you're going to be a soul on fire. That's what a soul on fire is. And anyone who's not doing that, I'll give you an example. You know, people always say to me, like, how many people do you see that are trying to be like someone else? Simple question. How many people do you see in your networks, online, anywhere, that are trying to sound or be like someone else? Probably quite a few. When you see that, that's not attractive. When you see that, it's not something you aspire for. We're more powerful when we be ourselves. And I can tell you this from my own journey. Even I doubted. I was like, well, if I'm an S, how am I going to coach and how am I going to teach and how am I going to serve and make videos? That's not, natural. But you know what the truth is? I found people. I did become a D and a C when I needed to be. When I edit my videos, I need to be a C. But why am I editing videos? Because I'm an I and an S and I'm sharing a message. There are times when I have to be a C for quality control. When I'm writing my content and my notes, I have to be quality control. And as I've grown and started by doing everything, but I started by doing everything to be the I and the S. Does that make sense? I'm being everything else so that I can be me to push me up. I'm not being everything else and getting lost in that identity, right? So we have these two voices inside of us, one loud, one quiet. We need to start feeding that, right? Viraj, don't fall for the cult of personality, people. Exactly, right? This session should be 2 hours. Girl, there'll be very many more sessions, and that's why we need to continue it. But this session, and let me go on to that now that you brought it up. So far in my life coachings, I've given you some incredible ideas, insights, techniques, but if I'm completely honest, what we do next matters the most. And I really feel I've just been touching the surface of what I can offer. See, we've got so many questions. You've got so much to learn. And it's not that we learn it in 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, and then that's enough. It doesn't work. And so many of you have been saying to me that you want the group to continue. It's been so heartwarming. We've had thousands of emails with people saying that they want this to continue. They want this to grow. They want to be a part of it. And I want to serve you in a way that truly delivers long-lasting change and results in your life, right? I want to do that. I don't want this to just be like, I gave you some advice and I left you to it. It doesn't work like that for me. Remember, I told you yesterday, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. This is what I'm doing. This is not my side job. This is my service to you. It's not my side gig. It's not what I'm doing in my spare time. And I want a forum and a format and a community where I can share this. Now, my team and I, exciting news. Are you ready? Get ready. If you're sitting down and you're slumping, get up. Get ready for this exciting news. I want you to hit the like and love button. Are you excited for this exciting news? I want to see yes in the comments. Yes, 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 yes. If you're ready for this exciting news. Me and my group, me and my team have been working on a private space to make all of this happen, right? Of how you can continue to live your purpose. And it will be for a smaller group, because I know it can be overwhelming sometimes with all the messages, and I want to give a smaller, committed, dedicated group to being their best in 2018 and take you forward. And for everyone else, of course, like, all of my content is always going to be available to you and it's right there. But I want those of you that are really saying to me, Jay, I'm tuned in, I'm ready, I know I need this, and I want you to come forward on this journey with me. And I'm going to tell you about it in detail tomorrow, but for now, I wanted to tell you a bit about it. So if this is for people, and I know you're all in this group, but I want as many of you to come forward as possible. And the reason why we'll make it smaller to start with, but we will open up space if there's commitment, if there's growth, is for those who really want to do this. And so if you want to be happy for the rest of the year, if you really want to live your purpose in 2018, it's not a 1-day plan, it's not a 5-day plan. Can you get a 6-pack in 5 days? No. Can you get smarter in just 5 days? No, you need more time. Maybe you're seeking clarity. You're looking at these personality exercises and you're saying to me, Jay, I need to learn more about that. I want you to do another hour. You need that time together. And now you'd like a model. See, the thing is, I'm meeting the greatest minds on the planet all the time. Sages, people on stages, people who've made change, entrepreneurs, startups. And I want to share that all with you because it's taken me a lot of time to build those networks. It's taken me a lot of time to build those connections, but I have them now and I want to share them with you so that one day you can have them too, right? So that you can have them too. And maybe you want to install the right habits into your life and the right mindsets and get that fulfillment. And if anything that I've said to you just now, and you're saying to me, yes, say yes if this is you. So type yes if this is you. You're looking to create and maintain a happy, healthy, and positive life. You want to live your purpose in 2018 and make it the best year of your life. Yes. Right? Yes. You want to grow and make an investment, right? Say this to yourself. I want to make an investment to grow myself this year. I'm making so many investments and so many things around me. When have I ever thought to just say, I'm going to push to shift my own growth, right? Thank you, Alison. Thank you, Aditya. Right? Michaela, you want to live your purpose. You need this. Yeah, we all do. Like, I invest yearly. You know what I invest in the most every year? Myself. You know why? I was just in Vegas. I don't gamble. And I was saying that, and someone said to me, hey, Jay, why don't you gamble? Right? They were trying to get me to gamble. They wanted me to gamble. I don't gamble. They were trying to get me to gamble. They wanted me to play a few games. And I said to them, you know why I don't gamble? Because the best bet you can make is the one you place on yourself. and I meant it. It was like, I make an investment in myself, right? This is the year. Don't let it delay it. Don't let your excuses, your monkey mind that we discussed, your mind coming up with ideas, that perspective. We have a perspective that, oh no, I'll deal with myself next year. I'll work on this next year, right? No, it's this year. Change your perspective. You say, no, I don't think this is right. I can do it another way. No, you can do it. Right? I want to make an investment in myself. Say yes. And how many of you this year would like it to make it the year of you, where you can then create the most incredible life? Remember about growth. How many of you want to focus on growth this year with me? And how many of you are saying to yourself, yes, Jay, I want to do this with you. I really feel that we've connected because I feel we've connected. I've been giving my heart and soul on this page. I feel we've connected. Jessica says, I do invest in myself, but I have just so many ideas and I'm lost. Exactly. How many of you want to find clarity through all your investment? Clarity in your ideas. That's what this is about. So, on Friday, 19th Jan, not tomorrow, the day after, I'm going to be launching a brand new group. And we're going to be accepting a smaller amount of number of people through it. You're going to find out about it. It's called, I hope you like it, it's called Jay's Genius Group Coaching. Right? Jay's Genius Group Coaching. Because it's all about finding your genius, living your genius, accelerating your genius, increasing your genius, and being your genius. Einstein's one of my greatest inspirations. And his name literally equals genius. And Einstein said that I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious. And that's why I love the word genius, because genius is that who is passionately curious, passionately observant to invest in themselves. Say that to yourself. I want to invest in myself this year. I want to find clarity. I want to make my vision true. And I want to become and live the habits that I need to do it. Say to yourself, yes, I believe that this community, this genius group coaching and Jay are the ones that can help me grow. And on the Friday the 19th, we're going to share this and it's going to be incredible. I'll tell you why. And I want the most enthusiastic people to be there. I'm creating an environment with the most enthusiastic, the most contributive, the people who are going to add value to each other's lives, each other's work, each other's businesses, each other's growth, whatever it may be. And if you're absolutely serious about hitting your goals this year, your growth this year, not your goals, your growth, and creating clarity and living your purpose, then this is the space that it's going to be in. And each month, this is what's going to be happening. You're going to get 4 lives with me a month, right? I'm going to be sharing my coaching, my advice, and bringing in the best talent for you. I'm going to be teaching you meditation. So many of you want to learn how to meditate. You want to find clarity in your life? It's because we don't meditate. I'm going to share with you meditation practices that help you make the best decisions of your life. I'm going to be sharing with you coaching that I'm usually giving away to people for the coaching that I do right now with those execs, I coach so many execs and entrepreneurs. This coaching is valued at, $100K a year, $200K a year for some of the most powerful minds. I want to offer that to you. In this 5 days, I've been offering you things that I've spent years studying and bringing. You're going to have a hard time making that group small. I think a lot of us want that. Tracy, that's fine. Then we'll curate it. Then if all of you come through because you say, Jay, yes, I'm committed, I'm going to bring an incredible team to make it the most curated, most amazing group in the world. That's my promise to you. I want all of you to come through. If you all are going to come through that group on Friday 19th, that will be what I want the most. And my commitment to you and promise to you is I'm going to build the most amazing team that's going to help you have the most curated, beautiful, and clear experience. That's my commitment to you. I want you all there. I don't want it to be a smaller group. I want you all there. I genuinely want you all there because I genuinely believe it will change everything. So it's the live coaching from my latest insights, the things I've been learning, the challenges I see you're having, from your emails guiding what I want to do. I've had thousands of emails with Jay. Can you do this topic? Can you do this topic? I'm going to teach you I've done over 10,000 hours of meditation in the last 10 years. I've been meditating since I was 12. I want to share that journey with you. I've seen what's gone wrong, right? And then you're going to get access to all my interviews with experts and the greatest minds on the planet. That is truly mind-blowing. And the fourth thing that I'm going to give you, the fourth bonus, actually all of these are bonuses, is that you're going to get access to my own book notes. You've been giving me your beautiful notes. I'm going to be giving you access to my book notes, right? My actual notes that I make, not my handwritten, we'll type them up, make it into a nice PDF. You'll be getting PDF notes of books that I'm reading so that you can learn from them as well. So I'm going to be serving you all, and thousands of people's lives are changing on this group. And as we've had more than 25,000 people sign up, 20,000 people in this Facebook group, I really do not feel that we're going to struggle at all. It's going to be easy. Like, you're all just going to come straight through. And Tracy, Annette, this is the group that's going to change your life. Neha, this is the group that's going to change your life. Jessica, no growth in complacency. It's going to change your life. I'm so convinced. And I'm going to post a message with all these details onto Facebook, onto the group straight after this live. I want you to go there, say yes, you want to sign up. You're going to get the details coming to you very soon. That's why I want you to check your emails. If you're not getting the emails right, email jshetty.me. That's the email. It's pinned to the top. Email jshetty.me and email right now and say, I want to know, I want to be in on this group. I want to find out about this group. You're going to be the first to find out. We are going to limit spaces at the beginning. If you all want to come through, I would suggest sign up quick. Don't think about it, right? Make it happen this year. Like, don't let your mind stop you from the greatest growth in your life. Don't let your mind stop you from the greatest progress you can make. It's, you know, I've got the clientele, Aditya's talking about it. I've got clientele of some of the most powerful entrepreneurs in the world who've taken their businesses from 0 to 20 and 100 million and 500 million in the last 6 years. These are the people I'm coaching. I'm guiding them through their journeys. I'm spending time with people who are billionaires and millionaires all the time, and I want to share that with you. But I'm also, what's different about me is I'm spending time with people who are happy and fulfilled and living their purpose. See, it's not just about money. I'm not just throwing it out there going, oh, I'm spending time with rich people, I want you to be rich. I'm spending time with people who are fulfilled. I'm spending time with people who live amazing lives. I'm spending time with people who have an impact on other people. So if you want to know about this, I want you to go to the Facebook group. After this, I'm going to post a message onto Facebook. I want you to be a part of this. I want you to tell everyone in the group that they need to be a part of this. So this is what I want you to do after this session. Post your notes, because I'm going to post them. Make sure you tell me your Instagram. Post your notes. Second thing, I'm going to post straight after this onto the page. I want you to go yes. I'm going to post all the details I've just shared with you now. Third thing is, I want you to tell everyone. I want you to tell 5 people each on the group that you're all going to do this together. And if you're watching the replay, this is for you. If this is the year, don't make if this is the year. This is the year. I want you to say yes. Yes to happiness. Yes to success. Yes to personal growth. And I'm going to take you on that journey. And I'm genuinely, having you all here, I'm going to commit to your journey being like my own. I'm going to treat it as if it's my own journey, because it is. This is my heart and soul. This is my love. This is my passion. This is my purpose. My purpose is to help you live your purpose. That's what I've understood. From finding my personality, I found by getting perspective on my past and the pain, by looking at the potential that I have as a unique person, by preparing and by finding my personality, I found that my purpose is helping other people find their purpose. Kenneth, I'm so glad you're doing it as well. Elenka, I'm so glad you're doing it. Mary, I'm so glad you're doing it. Cordelia, I'm so glad you're doing it. Carly, amazing. Karen, I'm so glad you're doing it. This makes me so excited. You're going to find out all the details and about the investment on Friday the 19th. This is the weekend. We're going to make it happen. We're going to launch next week. We're not sparing any time. We're going for it, right? There's no pause. There's no pause. There's no space. We're going for it. We're going to make this happen. We're going to keep the momentum. You found momentum in these 4 days, in these 5 days. The last thing you want to do is do this with momentum and let this happen to it. I work harder now, and I think smarter now, and I learn faster now than I did even 3 years ago when I started, 2 years ago when I started. I started making videos 2 years ago. And this is where I am today with all of you. I want you to be on that accelerated journey. The difference is that I never stop the momentum. See, when things are going in the right direction, tell me yes. Things are going in the right direction because of this group. Say yes, right? Say yes to yourself. Things are going right because I'm in this group. Why am I going to lose that? Why am I going to throw that away? Why am I going to lose that momentum? I'm so excited for this. You're going to be part of, and this in 5, 10, 15, 20 years time, people talk about it. This will be Jay's first genius coaching program for everyone. I have ones for entrepreneurs. I have these coaching programs for startups. I have these coaching programs for executives. This is the first time I'm bringing it to the people in a way that the people can invest in it, in a way that it's accessible to everyone. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I love every single one of you. Go sort those emails out. If you're not getting them, email jshetty.me. It's tagged, pinned to the top of this. I want you to access your emails. You're going to find out about it faster. Emails in the group. Keep an eye out. Tell everyone to keep an eye out. I want you to bring 5 people each to that group. Like I said to you, it's limited spaces only. But if you all want to come through and prove that you're enthusiastic and you want to do this with your life, I will get the best team to manage that group and make sure you have an incredible experience. That's my promise. I want you to do your promise. Make sure you're joining that group on Friday. I want to tell you about it tomorrow. Love every single one of you. Say yes today. Say yes and Jay. And I'll see you tomorrow for the 5th in living your purpose. And that is your purpose. The 5th P is purpose. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you all.